Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video is all about being queer and liking books. Okay, no, this is a reading vlog of me reading all of those books, so 4 books, which were like my most anticipated reads, like queer books of the year. There are some other books queer books that I really wanted to read and that came out this year, but I think those were like the ones that I really wanted to. So next will be just me reading this book, listening to those books and telling you my opinion, and then you will see this outro with the same outfit and I'll just do a better review, I guess. So yeah, enjoy! Just realized that I had forgotten to update you on the Cursed Melodies by Connie Glynn. I am like 20% into the book. I had pre-ordered and it's in the UK, so I don't have the physical version. I bought it again on Audible with like a credit. I'm liking it so far. I think it's very fun and I like the characters and I want to learn more about the world and the people and stuff. I have to admit that I had not looked at like synopsis or like anything. I know Connie Glynn made like edits on the book and stuff with like, I don't know, Pinterest board and things like that. But I did not look at them at all because I wanted kind of like it to be a surprise. But now I had like this idea of what the story was going to be from like the cover and what I heard about the book, but it's not exactly the same. So it's cool and I like it. But yeah, I think I'm excited and I want to learn more. I think this will be the last update on the Cursed Melodies before I finish it, because I have I think 3 hours left and I have a lot of work this afternoon, so I think I'm gonna fully like dissociate and just listen to it and focus on other things. Well, focus on the book of course, but I like it, but it's so hard with the audiobook to understand everything because it is a fantasy book, and so oh god, my glasses are awful. It's so hard to focus and really understand everything about the magic related to the book. So I do love the character, I do love the banter and like the friendship. I completely forgot to update you on Bury Our Bones in the Midnight, Our Bodies in the Midnight Soil, oh my god, by V. Schwab. I have started. I am like 3 hours into the book, even though it's like 18 hours. So far I'm liking it. I am very attached to Maria. I think her character is so interesting, and I want to learn so much more about her. So it's exciting. Alice, I'm not sure how I feel. In the audiobook, you have 3 voices that do the different girls. So it is quite fun to like switch from points of view, and I enjoy like the storyline. It's very slow so far, but I feel like a lot of V. Schwab's books are very slow, but because they are really presenting the characters, and I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's boring, and there's not enough like romance and stuff like that. I do enjoy it. Like, I don't read V. Schwab for like romance specifically, or I think what really is the best in her writing is really how she writes characters, because you can have like so many good plot, but without the characters, it doesn't work. In here, it's starting to build up, and I would understand if people were saying like, oh, it's very slow to start, because there's this kind of mystery around what is happening with the girls, but I'm liking it so far because I really want to learn about this character, and I really need to understand them before I understand the plot. This is all I care about, what makes them human or not, and their flaws, their qualities, like everything like this. So yeah, I'm liking it. I don't think I filmed like because I've listened to it while I was at work doing like very hard things that I needed to focus and not like take time to film. Like, I didn't have time, so I am reading it, well, listening to it, and I'm liking it so far. I'm nearly finished with Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. I love how I still struggle with the title, even though I've been reading it for so long. I am nearing the end. I think I'm 70% through, and I don't know how I feel. I like it very, like, I really enjoy it, to the point where I just continue again and again to like, I don't know, to go back and like listen to it all the time, but there's still something missing, and I'm not sure what it is yet. I am attached to some of the characters to a certain extent, and I mean, I love how disturbing they are, which is very weird, but I think it's very interesting in terms of like humanity, and I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish it hopefully tonight and try to move on with my life. Not sure about that. update. I am halfway through and they were roommates. I'm having such a blast. I cannot wait to learn a little bit more about everything, even though we are halfway through. I cannot wait for it to continue. I'm having a great time. I love the character. Some of them are really cringe, but I know it's like the point. But yeah, I love the story, the plot, the characters, love the writing. So yeah, I'm listening to it and it's so much fun. So yeah, just wanted to do a last update for And They Were Roommate by Paige Powers, which is like one of my most anticipated read of the year. I think I've read most of the books that I was anticipated, and this was really good. I really liked it. I don't know if I prefer his first book or this one, but I loved the romance, loved the characters. Some of them were kind of cringe, but I know it's like the point, so it's all right. But I thought it was really cute and fun. I had some stuff predicted of like what would happen, and not everything happened, so that was fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So mwah! Welcome back. I hope it was fun. So I don't know in which order I read them, so yeah, we'll do what we can. So The Cursed Melodies by Connie Glynn. So Connie Glynn was a YouTuber, and my friend Laura was the one who introduced me to her, and I was obsessed. And then she wrote some books. So the first books that she has written are oh my god, Undercover Princess, I think, is the first one. So there's 5 books into like the universe and the story, the series, and now this is her new series, The Cursed Melodies. I don't know exactly how I feel. I think now that I've like some times has gone by, I think it's still a good book, but I'm not sure. I think it would be like a 3.5 star, leaning more towards the 3 than the 4. But I really want to hype queer books, and like we need more queer books. So that doesn't mean that I'm cheating, but I think I put 4 stars on Goodreads. But yeah, there's something that is lacking, and I don't know exactly what it is, because I really love the writing, I love the characters, but there's something that I like is missing. I think it's the depth. Like, I don't know, I don't really connect that much to the characters, even though I like them. It's just, I don't feel a connection. I don't feel like I care that much. I'm excited for like romances and stuff. For like some of the plot, I was kind of lost. I think I will read that again, but as a physical copy, because I listened to it and I think there's a lot of things that I probably misunderstood or something. So yeah, would read the rest. Anyway, I absolutely love Connie. I do talk to her sometimes on Instagram. She's like really nice. So I will continue to support her, of course. But I don't know, something's missing. Then, oh my god. Ooh. I think I'm gonna go like from least to like best. Then we have Amelia If Only by Becky Albertalli. Becky is like one of my favorite authors, and I was so excited because the book in the same universe, which is Imogen, obviously, was like is one of my favorite books. So I was so excited for this one, but oh boy was I disappointed. I think it was worth more pages than this. I don't know what the editor like removed, but I felt like, again, there was something missing with like the connection that I could have with those characters. And yeah, I really liked the entire talk around famous people and like delusion and being a fangirl and fan in that environment. But the characters, especially like the romance between the 2 main girls, I was not feeling it. And I was so happy because you have a cameo with like the previous book's characters, and I was so excited to see them again. But then I was like, oh, I felt more connected to those characters than the new book one. And I don't know, again, I think something was missing for me to actually like put that at a 5 out of 5. Oh god, everything's gonna fall. Then we had And There Were Roommates by Page Powers. So his first book, which is the Borrow Boyfriend Club, was like one of my favorite books from last year or the year before, and I was so excited. So this was their debut novel. This is like the second book, and Page also write fan fiction, which I think is so fun. And I have their AO3, his AO3 account, and I really want to see what he writes. God, my hair is crazy, I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna check that out. I think it's so fun. This book was so good. I really liked it, the plot, the characters, the romance. What I think he writes so well is the banter. I was laughing, I was smiling, like this is a fun book. And I think it's also important because it talks about the being trans identity, things like that. Ooh. And being queer in general, because most of the characters in those books are queer, which I love. And I think it's really important to bring that. And I just love it. It was so nice, so fun. So yeah, I'm excited for what he writes next, and I will check that fanfiction AO3 account. I need to know. And then, last but not least, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Can we talk about? I do not like the UK cover. The French edition of that book is so pretty, but I wanted the signed edition, which is like mainly the first, the first print of this book. All of them were signed. Like V. Schwab signed, I don't know, thousands of pages so that they could be put in the books. So that's crazy. Just insane behavior, but thank you. I was so excited for this book. It was sold as Toxic Lesbians Vampire. Do I need to say more? I will say more though. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite book by V. Schwab, and I don't think it would go into the top 3, but still, I think it was such a good book. This is a chunky book, but it's only like one. It's like it's a standalone, so I would go into this and like at a specific time, and if you don't like it, I would DNF, because I don't think you need to push yourself through for this book, because everything you have at the beginning you will have at the end. Like, it's not going to change the more you read. What I love about V. Schwab is how they write their characters. I can feel the connection that V. Schwab has with her characters. She loves them, she knows them, and it's just amazing to feel that in a book. I would say it was really big, and at the same time a lot is happening, and at the same time nothing is happening, so it can get a little bit frustrating. I really love the vampire rules, but when you write something with vampires, you get to choose what the rules are, because they don't exist, guys. Sorry for the spoiler. So it's like, are they immortal? Can they be killed? Can they go into the sun? Can they, things like that, like garlic, things like that. And I always love to see like new things with vampires. It was really well written. V. Schwab is such an amazing author, and I would love to have their skills. I think in terms of creativity, but also in like world building, character building, I'm so sorry, my English is not Englishing. But yeah, it was an amazing book. I did listen to it, and I think it was a good experience, and V. Schwab really has become, like, I think one of my top 3 writers at this moment, at this time, and I cannot wait for the next book, which is so funny because you look at that, it's like 600 pages, and I'm already thinking of the next book. This just came out, but the next book they are writing at the moment is the last one in the VISOUS, in the VISOUS trilogy. So yeah, I need them to work on that. But yeah, this was so much fun. Oh, this is why you shouldn't throw your books. I'm so sorry. If that triggers you, I deeply apologize. Just to end this video on a quick note, being queer, being happy. No, I'm so happy. We were having this discussion with one of my friends about, like, do you think it's easier to find queer books, blah, blah, blah. And I remember as a child, no book was branded as, like, gay people or, like, queer. Now it's easier, and I love seeing it. And some of the books are not about being queer. Some of the books are about being queer. And it's fantasy, and it's romance, and it's young adult. Like, there's so much to see and feel, and it makes me so happy. And please read queer books and continue to hype queer books, especially if you like them. Yeah, I'm just happy that I get to go to a bookstore and just pick books, and sometimes have my representation, sometimes it doesn't, and it's fine. And seeing just queer people being in love, queer people fighting dragons, it's just so good. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. It was just a reading vlog of me yapping, blah 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 blah, as usual, but I hope you liked it.